Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, November the 15th, 2024. This week I want to talk a bit about confidence, because without it you won't be able to do anything well and you absolutely won't be any good at trading. So what can we do to boost our confidence? And that's what I'm going to be going over today, and I really hope that this at least gives you some tips or ideas that you can use to help with your own confidence level. And if you do like it, please let me know by simply hitting the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Trading is definitely and undeniably one of the most challenging professions. And that's because traders constantly face unpredictable markets that they can't control. Or to put it another way, once we're in a trade, the outcome is completely out of our hands. Okay, we can only rely on probabilities. With other endeavors and ways to make money, when it comes to gaining self-confidence in something, it'll come from believing or just knowing that we can control outcomes that are important to us. Like, say you want to become a teacher or an accountant or an IT worker, whatever it is. You can definitely achieve those things by simply putting in the schooling necessary. And once you get that job, that's a good feeling, a feeling of confidence that you were able to do it. But with trading, here's the problem. How can we maintain self-confidence in trading when daily profits or losses feel out of our hands? So let's delve into this right now, because without a proper handle on self-confidence in the trading arena, you're just not going to last. People trade to make money, period. That's why we're all doing this. But ironically, you have to completely let go of thoughts of money in order to make money. And I know that sounds strange, but there's a required shift in focus that is really mandatory in the trading business, and it's this. Stop focusing on wins and losses. Start focusing on trading rules that are as objective as possible, like Darko's trading circle that I've talked so much about in the past videos. And obviously, whatever rules you use, they have to have a proven track record of profitability over time, or obviously you wouldn't be using them. You have to succumb to the fact that you cannot control the market, but you can control your behavior and what you do before you get into a trade. Or another way to say this is to focus on process, not outcome. Okay? And you'll find that this will actually be a relief. You'll no longer be wondering what to do each day, and it gives you kind of a renewed sense of control. Trading with rules is key, right? Because look, you can't control profits, but you can control if you follow your rules. Shifting the focus to good trading, which, by the way, is not necessarily profitable trading, shifting to good trading will transform rule following into small, process-based wins. And over time, profits will reflect good trading, and the self-confidence will stem from mastering the process, not just the outcome. Right? I hope that makes sense. Now, you're going to need to believe in yourself, and specifically in your ability to execute the necessary behavior, i.e., following the rules that will result in you becoming a successful trader. And this is, it's like of paramount importance, and it all comes down to preparation before you take on a trade. Okay, so it's all about building a sense of control and mastery, and it's a great feeling when you know exactly what you're looking for, based on your rules and your trading plan. And the preparation allows you to mentally visualize actions for different market possibilities. In Darko's pre-market analysis videos, this is exactly what he provides for our members to help them develop the right frame of mind for successful trading. Okay, doing all of these things will give you a feeling of security and of confidence and a focused direction for when you sit down at your computer. And traders who invest time in this whole preparation process, okay, they tend to feel more capable and more deserving of success, unlike people who just turn on their computer and they quickly skim over the news or the charts and they just dive into trades. That's just not going to work. And by the way, something to realize is that real self-confidence isn't just about being optimistic. Okay, it's a deeper trust in your ability to handle setbacks. Handling setbacks is a big deal. A confident trader can accept a stop loss without feeling defeated or stupid or reckless if they have adhered to the rules of the game, the ones that they agreed with themselves to follow. Okay, the ones that have proven to provide positive odds and a profitable outcome over time. And you understand that losses are part of the game. Confidence gives you a feeling of calm whenever trades don't go your way. Okay, because you know that you can handle it, and your rules are such that small, financial losses aren't that big of a deal because you're prepared for it. And I'll say one more thing about preparation. It's really, really important to understand. As we know, once you're in a trade, what's the outcome going to be? Well, we don't know. The outcome's out of your hands. So that means that you better do an impeccable job of executing your plan before you get into a trade. Okay, that includes knowing, all the things, what your account risk is going to be, the exact entry, the stop loss, take profit levels, outside influences, for example, that could affect your trade, red flag news, things like that. So confidence grows not just from being profitable, but also from experiencing and surviving setbacks. Maybe even more so than just being profitable. This is a really important part of the whole process. And something worth mentioning here is that if you're trading alone, let's say you've recently been struggling to keep optimistic after a series of losses, well, you could quite easily be doing all the right things, following your plan, all that kind of stuff, but traumatizing yourself over the losses, which, fosters feelings of helplessness, not mastery, and weakens your self-confidence. And if you're feeling like this, okay, if you're feeling this way, being among a community of like-minded traders, it can really help you out. Okay, you can get the validation that you've been doing everything right, but simply had a losing streak, because that just happens, right? And of course, you can talk to a mentor. And by the way, you'll notice here that I've got the words, like-minded right here, bolded. They're in capitals, and that's for a reason. And the reason is that if you want to join a community of traders that are all doing the same thing. Because if you join a community where anything goes and everyone's just throwing up ideas about everything, and believe me, it will only add confusion and overwhelm, and it'll result in burnout. That's a guarantee. In our own community, we don't allow divergence from what we teach. And that's not because we have big egos or we think that we're so great. It's because of what I just said. It causes, if you have distractions, it's overwhelm and confusion. Okay? Or if you have deviations. So, your trading plan needs to also have a plan for losses. Specific situations where you're going to lose money. A time when your stop loss is going to get hit because the trade goes against you beyond your preset stop loss price level. So think ahead about how you'll handle losses, whether it's a loss in a single day, maybe you've had a rough week or even a rough month. Develop and mentally rehearse these loss plans so that if and when they happen, and they will happen, you're ready to handle them without panic. Okay, and by doing this, you can kind of rethink and reshape how you're going to react and what your actions are going to be. Here's an idea I'm going to just give you here as we start to wrap this up for converting a loss into a learning opportunity. Okay, so let's say you've broken some rules, like maybe you, traded when the rule said to stay out, or you failed to stick with your stop loss, or maybe you entered when you shouldn't have, whatever it is. And because of breaking these rules, you're down for the week or the month or whatever it is. What you can do is keep a diary that outlines the mistakes that you made, things that you learned, things that you realized that you did wrong, and what steps you need to take to get back on track. You can then send that list to a friend, maybe a trading buddy, for accountability. And when you do this, you turn a setback into an opportunity to get better as a trader. And like I said, sharing this with a trusted trading buddy can add a layer of accountability. Make sense? And this way, every mistake that you make becomes a kind of a springboard for growth. So, to completely wrap this up here, one of the best truisms about self-confidence that I've heard is that self-confidence doesn't mean being right all the time. It means knowing you can handle being wrong. I think that's a really important thing to ponder. Through preparation, control, learning from setbacks like I just talked about, every trader can build resilience and become a more self-assured trader. Alrighty, well, let's leave it at that. I hope that those comments were helpful. Thank you so much for listening to this week's video. We really appreciate it. I truly hope that you found it helpful. And if I can help in any way or answer any questions you might have, let me know. Just my email address is in the text below this video or in the email that you received. And I'd be happy to help. And comments are always welcome. Don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section. Alrighty, thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend.